Thank you so much for clicking on my channel and for joining me for this review of The Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 15, episode 1. Who's going to check my new boo? Okay, let's just get the elephant in the room. Let's get it out of the way. Let's talk about Sheree and Martell and this fake concocted relationship. I'm not here for it. It makes no sense to me. I don't see any real chemistry or sparks between Sherelle, Martell and Sheree, between Sheree and Martell. I don't see it. I don't buy it. I've never bought this story since the first time I heard about it last year. It just seems like two very desperate, opportunistic, media hungry people who decided that it would be a really good idea for them to get together so that a whole bunch of cameras can follow them around, either on his show, which is Love and Marriage Huntsville, or her show, which is The Real Housewives of Atlanta. And maybe they were hoping and praying that they would probably get a show of their damn own. I don't buy it. I think it's and then Martell, his very first what's the word I'm trying to, the first time that we see him on The Real Housewives of Atlanta, he didn't leave a good impression at all. So we're at Sheree's house and he comes over and supposedly she has a surprise for him. And the surprise is a private chef that was going to be cooking for them or teaching them how to cook. I don't know exactly how it went, but either way, they ended up, having dinner together. And Martell was disappointed that the surprise was this private chef. He was actually disappointed in that. And he was like, I thought it was going to be something really big and grand or whatever the hell he said. And I was thinking, okay, you're being a real jerk. Like, why can't you just appreciate whatever the hell she did for you? Just appreciate it for what it is. It's the thought that counts. But he seemed like he was really disappointed in the private chef. And then the next time that we see Martell, it was at Sonya's husband's 40th birthday party. And it was just a whole bunch of mess there. So we didn't see him in a really good light there either. So his premiere episode on The Real Housewives of Atlanta, it didn't go well. They didn't showcase any of his positive qualities. And I'm pretty sure he has a lot of them, but they didn't showcase any of his positive qualities. I don't think they mentioned anything about his businesses. I don't think they talked about, what a great dad he is. I don't know if he is or if he isn't. I'm just saying that you would have thought that, the first time that we lay eyes on him, that they would at least try to make him look kind of good, because it's going to be straight downhill from here on out. So at least the first hour of the first season, you want to make a really good impression on the audience, because you have a really bad reputation from Love and Marriage Huntsville. You cheated on your wife. You couldn't stop cheating on her. Even after she took you back, you still couldn't stop cheating on her. You got your mistress pregnant. Your friends don't like you over there because you talk about how they're cheating on their wives, whether they are or they aren't. You never showed any proof. You never showed any receipts. So yeah, if I didn't know Martell from Love and Marriage Huntsville, I would be like, who the hell is this weirdo on this show? Why would Sheree want to be with this guy? He looks like such a player. Also, and this is just only the first episode, so maybe we'll see more of him and see him more in a positive light later, but you only have one time to make a first impression. They mentioned nothing about his businesses, the stuff that he's involved in, but maybe all of that will come through later because they need to. You need to promote your stuff, Martell. You need to promote your stuff because, you need to. So, Sheree. She by Sheree has been a huge failure. Her damn website crashed. And of course, she tries to spin it to say that it crashed because so many people were on her website trying to buy stuff. So the damn website crashed. Sheree doesn't care about She by Sheree because Sheree has never been that type of woman, like to be that into fashion. She does present herself well. She does wear nice clothes, but I don't think fashion is really her true passion. I don't think fashion has her heart. I think fitness has her heart. Why she doesn't do something with health and fitness is beyond me. But I think she's more passionate about being fit and looking good than she is about the clothes that she wears. So I don't understand what's going on there. But her website crashed. They made fun of her about that. And this will forever fall. This will follow her all the way to her damn grave. The She by Sheree. And Yeah, it's a failure. She don't care. That's why she really doesn't do much to really like, put her heart and soul into it and really promote her product. The outfit that she wore when she was working out with Sonya, I'm assuming that was She by Sheree because they put a price tag on it. I think it was like $270 or something. So I guess she is trying to promote a little something, something here and there, but her heart is not into fashion like that. If She by Sheree was all athletic wear, I'd understand. But Sheree, people have been telling you for eons now to try to go into health and fitness because your body itself is your promotion on that. But she don't want to listen. So Sheree Martel, it's fake as hell to me. I'm not interested. They try to tell her at Ross's birthday party that the streets are talking and that Martell has been talking to somebody else in Atlanta. He's got other interests in Atlanta. He's got extracurricular activities, and Sheree didn't care. She was like, "Well, what did she call herself? A Cadillac or something?" She goes, "I don't know why anybody would be with a Toyota when I'm a Mercedes." She don't care. Sheree don't give a damn about Martell seeing nobody else because her and Martell's relationship is just for show. It's a skit. Okay, like how you see those skits on Instagram, those comedy skits on Instagram, and those comedy skits on TikTok. Yeah, that's what this is. It's a skit. It's not real life. So she don't care if he's seeing somebody else. He don't care if she's seeing somebody else. They know that they are only together in TV only. Okay, that's it. I don't know what else to say about that. Moving on to Candy. Okay, Candy, I guess her running theme for this season is going to be her and Todd trying to, make enough time for themselves, for their family, and for their businesses. So it seems like her and Todd having a normal, healthy relationship was just too good to be true, or I don't know if she felt like people, I don't know, but so her and Todd are going to be having some marital issues, and their marital issues are going to be that they don't spend enough time with one another. First of all, okay, according to Candy, Todd is upset that she does not make enough time for him and the family. She's always gone on her little business ventures, and she puts her business and making money before her family. And, Candy's a workaholic. She's addicted to chasing money and making money. And so that will never change. I don't think that will ever change for Candy. That's just how she is. That's just how she's built. So when she was talking to, who was it? She was talking to Kenya and Moneta, I think. And y'all, she started crying. First, I didn't take it too seriously because this is always like a running theme with her and Todd, that she works too much and doesn't spend enough time at home with the family. It's been a running theme for years for them, right? So when she was talking about it, I was like, okay, girl, here we go again. But then when I heard the tremble in her voice because she was starting to cry, when I heard that vibrato in her voice, I was like, wait a minute. I don't think I've ever seen Candy actually cry about her damn marriage. And so she's crying about Todd being upset with her, that she's not spending enough time at home and always running around, making money. And Kenya tells her, take it from me, a woman who's in the process of getting a divorce, that you don't want to end up like me. And so if your husband is complaining about you not spending enough time at home, make the time because you don't want to end up divorced. Candy can't do it. I don't think if she spends time at home, it's going to be something that has to be penciled in to her calendar, and it has to have a beginning and an end. It's not like, well, this is going to be my new lifestyle to spend more time with my husband and to spend more time with my kids. No, it's going to be, okay, we'll try this out for a month. I'm going to, put work aside for about a month just to make you happy. And then after that month is over, it's going to be right back to square one. So it's just not in her DNA. It's just not her. And then some people might say, well, maybe she has to hustle this hard because Todd isn't really pulling his weight. But we see that Todd is booked and busy as well. He's got movies. I don't know how many movies he's in that he has in development. He's got some movies in development. And so they kind of flipped the script on us when they showed us when they were at home at dinner time. Candy wanted him to get off of the phone or the FaceTime because, they're having dinner as a family and he was busy working. And so she was getting frustrated with him for working too much. So, yeah, I don't know what the hell's going on there. They have a lot of businesses together. And of course, Candy has a lot of stuff that she does on her own without Todd. But the funny thing is, even though this show is no longer on the air, her show got canceled. What was that show called about with her and her restaurants? Whatever it was called. I can't believe I forgot. And I watched it and I reviewed it, every single episode, and I completely forgot what that show was called. Anyways, on that show, her and Todd are like two peas in a pod. Every time that you saw one, you saw the other because they're doing the restaurant thing together. That's their business together. So they seem fine on that damn show. But, on Real Housewives of Atlanta, every single season, it's a struggle between her and Todd. And Todd is from New York and he doesn't have a gentle way of talking. He tells you how it is. He tells it like it is. And I know he can say some really hurtful things because it's a really rough way or very abrasive, not rough, but a very abrasive way of talking. So I'm pretty sure he gives Candy the blues when he talks about how she don't spend enough. She's like working too much, but now he's beginning to work a lot. So I don't know. And then they show us the scene where Candy's in her confessional and her little boy is talking to her on the phone and he's crying because he wants Candy to help him with something. I'm assuming his homework or something. And that, it's only Candy that can help him understand it better. And I'm pretty sure if that don't make you slow down, Candy, I don't know what will. Because I know you don't give a damn about what Todd says. But if your child begging for you to spend more time at home to help him with his homework, if that don't make you change, honey, I don't know what will. So we talked about Sheree, we talked about Candy. Let's talk about Sonya. Now, I am not Sonya's number one fan. I don't hate her. I don't dislike her. I'm not mad that she's back for another season on The Real Housewives of Atlanta, but I don't get a warm and fuzzy feeling with Sonya. So this is what I didn't understand. I'm gonna just cut to the damn chase. Sonya's got her whole damn family living with her, right, in one home. And I thought the goal was at some point the family was going to be moving out into their own homes. I can kind of understand maybe why her parents would stick around, but I thought the sister and the sister's husband and the two kids would eventually move out, but they're still there. But Sonya has enough money to spend on one birthday party for one night for Ross, her husband, which cost $100,000. She's got money for that, but she couldn't cut off a little bit to give to your sister, maybe to help her out to get her own home, because I'm assuming that the sister and the brother-in-law are living with her because they ain't got no damn money to live on their own. That's what I'm assuming, right? Or is this a preference? Or is it like the sister could live on her own with her family, but Sonya doesn't want her to? Sonya and Ross don't want her to, and they want them all living together? I don't understand. But anyways, if the issue is finances and your sister can't really afford her own home or what, I don't see how they can, because I'll get to that later. So if he could spend $100,000 for one party that only lasts one night, why can't you give your sister a little bit of money, even lend it to her to put a down payment on a cute little house in Atlanta, in Georgia? Not even in Atlanta, but somewhere in Georgia. Because, homes in the South are a lot more affordable than homes out West or up North. So why don't you break your sister off, I don't know, 10, 20 thou, I don't know, so she can have her own house, put a down payment on her own home. Because $100,000 for a party, girl, you could have given your sister a good chunk of change to get her own house, and she can be out of yours, and then she can slowly pay you back. So another issue with the family is that her brother-in-law, Sonya's brother-in-law, the sister's husband, he's been trying to get his feet wet in the real estate business, but for whatever reason, it ain't working out. And so Sonya says, well, I hired my brother-in-law so that he can start networking, and, because she knows a lot of people, I guess, so he can start networking to improve his real estate business. Why do you have to hire him for him to network? If you know people, give him the numbers. If you know people that can help him, that can network, that can help him network, why don't you, give him the leads? Say, hey, why don't you give a call to so-and-so, set up a meeting with so-and-so, and I'll help you set up a meeting with this other so-and-so. Why does he have to work for you? But anyway, so the sister's complaining that Sonya doesn't understand other people's boundaries. So the sister was like, when they were getting ready to have dinner or something, it was the end of the day, we're having dinner, we're chilling, we're relaxing. She said that Sonia wanted the brother-in-law to do something, I guess work related. And the sister was like, at 6 o'clock in the evening, we're having dinner, but you don't give him any time off and he still has to work for you. And then the sister gave another example about the children, something about how like, I want my children to sit down and have dinner, but then you tell them they can get up and play. And so I got to run around and chase my kids when they're supposed to. So why don't you move out? Okay, sis, why don't you move out? Sonia, why don't you help out your sister, give her a little bit of cash to put it down? If you can't buy the home itself, which I'm thinking if you could spend $100,000 on your husband's birthday party, then you've got money to buy your sister a damn house and she can pay you back. But if you can't do that, give her a little bit of money for a down payment and then they can slowly pay you back. I'm not understanding why we are living together and not getting along and fighting, but you got the money, but you want to spend it on a birthday party where, anyways, we'll get to that later. So I didn't understand that at all. I don't think I have anything. Oh, so Sonia has this friend named Courtney. I think that's how Courtney is introduced to us. Sonia has this friend named Courtney, and the only person that Courtney knows in the group is Marlo. But then there was this big old issue about, Courtney, according to, Courtney said that she heard that Candy was going around telling people that Courtney was claiming that her and Candy were friends. Basically trying to clout chase, basically trying to make people think that, she's got friends in high places. And so Courtney didn't like that because Courtney's like, I don't need a clout chase. I don't need to use Candy's name for any reason. So at Ross's birthday party, Courtney confronts Candy and says, I heard that you're going around telling people that I am telling people that I know you or that me and you are friends. And her and Candy get into it. I don't even understand exactly what the issue is or how the situation got as bad as it was, where Candy got so upset that she was threatening. I don't know if she said she was going to pop her head off or she was going to drag her. I don't know what she said, but she threatened physical harm to this new cast member because the lady came, Courtney, presented, she had a lot of energy. She came with a lot of attitude to Candy. It wasn't like a civil conversation. She approached Candy and she was like, well, I heard that you said that I'm going around telling people that me and you are friends and I don't need a clout chase. And so Candy was like, what's up with all the head bopping? I don't like your energy. Where's this energy coming from and all this head bopping? So then Sonia had to step in and tell her friend, I'm sorry. She's like, girl, I'm sorry, but you're kind of, you're bringing some negative energy into this conversation. So I'm gonna need you to kind of like scale it back a bit. And so Courtney, appreciated that. She thanked Sonia. So thank you for, keeping me in check. I do appreciate it because I'm a grown woman and I can accept, someone putting me in check, but I'm not no clout chaser. She said that to Candy and Candy was like, you're still bopping your head. So that's when the whole conversation went left and they were like about to fight. And Candy was like, I'm a bop that head off of you or whatever the hell she said. And I'm like, what are we fighting for again? What's the issue here? Because Candy, you heard that she was claiming that she was your friend, but she's not. What is this high school mess? I was so lost in the sauce. I didn't understand what the hell was going on. But that's how Courtney is entering this show with, now she's going to have beef with Candy. Okay, so we talked about Sonia and her familial issues. And then Marlo, not much going on with Marlo. Marlo, I guess, didn't like all the negativity that she received from last season. So this thing about her kicking her nephews out last year. Okay, Marlo wants to make it seem like it was a misunderstanding because she did not word it correctly. According to Marlo, she wasn't kicking her nephews out, even though those are the words that she used. She told her castmates, I kicked my nephews out. She claims, no, that's not what I meant. Basically, at the end of the day, it ended up being, well, she was just allowing her nephews to go spend time with their other aunt for the summer or whatever the hell it was. It was just a short little visit for them to hang out with their other aunt and to hang out with their cousins. That's all it really was. It wasn't Marlo kicking anybody out. That's how she wants to make it look like. Okay, fine, girl, but the boys are back. So the boys are back, which is good. The sister's out of jail. The sister has not reached out to her kids, hasn't reached out to Marlo because she's probably back in the streets doing what she did that got her in jail again. So probably we're not going to see from the sister or hear from the sister. It's a really sad situation. I think that Marlo should probably go into possibly adopting her nephews and terminating her sister's rights to these boys, because it seems like the fact that the sister is somehow lingering around in the background, is in and out of jail, and the boys have to deal with all of that, is doing a lot more harm than good. So let's just, X out the sister completely, permanently, so the boys have nothing to do with her. She has nothing to do with the boys. Of course, they will never forget their mother, but it seems like whenever the sister is in their circle or in their in their line of vision, the boys are really, really, messed up emotionally. So then at Marlo's house, she's spending time with her nephews, and a life coach comes over, and life coaches them. And so she's, trying to get help for herself and her nephews, which is wonderful. At Ross's birthday party, when Candy and Courtney were going head to head, Marlo was nearby, and she was seriously like eavesdropping. I mean, she was leaned all the way over into that conversation. And she's just happy that she's not involved in any drama so far. That whatever this beef is between Courtney and Candy does not involve her. Now, we did not see... let's talk about Kenya. So Kenya, I think her divorce is still pending. I don't think it's been final yet. It's been going on since like 2019 or something, this damn divorce. It's not final. I think what's her name? Kenya. I think Kenya always looks beautiful. I thought she looked great. Not much going on with Kenya other than the fact that she claims that Martell was trying to holler at her, but we'll never know because the message was deleted. So this is how crazy this sounded. I'm like, why even bring this up, Kenya? But of course, it's for a storyline for the cameras, because we want to stir up some drama with Martell and Sheree. So she tells, who was it? Candy and Moneta, I think. She told them that, your boy Martell was trying to holler at her. So Candy was like, well, I got to see the proof of this. So she pulls out her phone. Kenya pulls out her phone and she goes to her messages. And Martell did reach out to her. I think it was Instagram. I have no idea what it was. He did DM her, but because they were not friends, she couldn't view the message until she accepted his friend request or accepted something. And she never did. And so, she could view that. Was she able to view that? I don't know. When she pulled out the damn phone to show Candy and Moneta what Martell had sent her, it was too little too late. Because of the fact that she didn't accept something, either accept to see the message or accept the friend request, it took too damn long and the message got deleted. So there was nothing there. But at the birthday party for Ross, she goes up to Sheree and she tells Sheree, Moneta. It was Moneta first. Moneta goes up to Sheree. And I was like, I can't believe Moneta is getting messy this quick, especially about something that's got nothing to do with her. So she goes up to Sheree and she tells Sheree that the streets have been talking about your man Martell, that he's been, keeping company with at least one other female right here in Georgia, right here in Atlanta. And that's when Sheree was like, oh, really? Okay, so he wants to be with he's talking to a Toyota when he's got a Mercedes, whatever she said. And, Sheree she was not bothered. Okay. She was like, oh, okay, let me see. Where's the proof? She was not bothered at all. I don't know what they expected her to say or do. Did y'all expect her to like break down and cry and go running into the bathroom, running away from the cameras, run into the bathroom and start crying? Like, what did y'all expect her to do? She barely even knows this man. So anywho, so Moneta tells her the streets are talking. Martell is talking to somebody else in Atlanta. Sheree wants to see the proof. And then Kenya comes along and Kenya says, yeah, he tried to holler at me too. Okay, where's the proof? So she pulls out her phone and did she even pull out her phone? I don't even think she pulled out her phone because she knew nothing was there. And I'm thinking to myself, why are y'all out here looking so clownish? Kenya, why would you bring up that this man was trying to holler at you when you don't even have the damn proof of it? That doesn't make any sense, Kenya, but Kenya don't give a damn. It's going to be a storyline. It's going to give her camera time. So Sheree calls Martell over with her finger, and that's where the episode ended. So we're not going to see the throwdown until next week, I guess. Weak sauce. This whole episode, if this is an indication of the season, it's going to be a very long season, because number one, the whole Courtney and Candy situation. Excuse me, what are y'all talking about? Even I have no idea what y'all are talking about. And whatever it is, if it's about Courtney trying to clout chase by using Candy's name, who cares? That's not interesting to me. Sheree and Martell, that's a fake relationship. So anything related to Martell and Sheree's relationship, it's not going to matter because they're not in a real relationship. I don't even see the chemistry between these two people. I don't see it. I really don't see it. I see more chemistry between Martell and his ex-wife Melody on Love and Marriage Hunt. There's more chemistry, and that woman hates that man. There's more chemistry between him and Melody than there is between Sheree. And I don't even think Martell likes Sheree that much. He doesn't even look at her like lovingly or wantonly. He doesn't, I don't even think he's like really attracted to her. I don't even know if Martell is attracted to women who are that physically fit. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't understand what the hell's going on. So it's a fake relationship, but unfortunately it's going to probably take up a lot of our time. Oh, I forgot to mention Ralph. Drew's husband, Ralph. So as far as we know, right now in real time, Drew and Ralph have filed for divorce, right? I don't even know if that's even real, because Drew is so full of lies and speculations and unfounded theories. I don't even know. I can't tell. I don't know. The only thing that I know that's possibly real about Drew is she gave birth to 3 children. I think that's the only thing that is a fact with Drew. Everything else is very speculative. So supposedly her and Ralph have filed for divorce. And at this party, so I don't know when this was filmed. I'm assuming, I don't know if it was filmed before the divorce or after they filed for divorce or during I don't know. But at the party, Ralph is there, but Drew isn't. And so when they ask him, where the hell is Drew? He says, oh, first he said she wasn't feeling well. And then he said she's having a family crisis. A family crisis? And you're here at a party instead of home with your wife? Excuse me? Or is the crisis the divorce? Is the family crisis the fact that y'all are getting a divorce? I don't know. But Drew wasn't there because either she was sick or she was having a family crisis, or she was sick because of a family crisis. I don't know. The truth ain't in these people. Whatever it is, I hope it's not too damn serious. But whatever it is, and when she finally decides to let us know, if she lets us know, we're going to have to take it for what it's worth, because Drew is like pathological. She's a pathological liar. So I don't know. We didn't even see Drew. We only saw her representative, Ralph. I think that's a wrap. Thank you so much for joining me. I really do appreciate it. On your way out, please don't forget to rate the video. If you like this content, please go ahead and subscribe, and I will most definitely talk to you later. Bye.